Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Eftinaan Hasanah binti RUMAIZI, metric number 1231843. Inshallah, today I would like to present about Orientalist scholars that I choose is Joseph Schacht and his contribution to Islamic law and Hadith studies. So, Joseph Schacht was one of the most influential Orientalist scholars in the 20th century. He is well known for analyzing Islamic law through historical and sociological approaches. I choose him because his views on Hadith are highly influential, widely debated, and supported by extensive academic literature, making him an important figure to study. Moving on to his biographical background, Joseph Schacht was born on 15 March 1902 in Ratibor, Germany, which is now Ratibor, Poland. He studied classical philology, theology, and Oriental languages at the University of Breslau and the University of Leipzig. In 1923, he received his doctorate from the University of Breslau. Then he became a professor at the University of Königsberg in 1929, taught at Cairo University in 1934, relocated at the UK in 1939, and then he moved to US in 1954, where he joined Columbia University, and he passed away in 1969 in New Jersey. Next, his major publications. One of his most important book is The Origins of Muhammadan Jurisprudence, published in 1950. In this book, Schacht examines the origin and development of Islamic law. He argued that Islamic legal theory developed gradually through historical processes rather than being fully established during the Prophet's lifetime. This book became highly influential in Western Islamic studies. So another important work is An Introduction to Islamic Law, published in 1964. This book provides an overview of the history, sources, and development of Islamic law. It became an important reference in Western scholarship and influenced many later studies on Islamic law. Now I will explain Schacht criticism. Schacht analyzed Hadith using a historical and sociological approach. He argued that many hadiths were developed after the Prophet Muhammad SAW rather than during his lifetime. He also examined hadiths through sanad analysis, especially through his projecting back theory. This led to his most controversial view. Schacht claimed that many hadiths were later attributed to the Prophet Muhammad SAW in order to legitimize Islamic law. As a result, he questioned the authenticity of the traditional hadith transmission system. His theory has remained one of the most debated topics in Orientalist studies. From my perspective, I do not agree with Schacht's conclusion. Muslim scholars, especially Mustafa al-Azami, rejected his theory and argued that Schacht overlooked the traditional science of hadith, including the rigorous methods of sanad and matan verification. From the Islamic perspective, the Quran and authentic Sunnah are the primary sources of Islamic law, as stated in Surah Al-Hajj, verse 7. وَمَا آتَاكُمُ الرَّسُولُ فَخُذُوهُ وَمَا نَهَاكُمْ عَنْهُ فَانْتَهُوا. This verse emphasizes that Muslims are common to follow the teachings of Prophet Muhammad SAW, demonstrating the authority of the Sunnah in Islam. In conclusion, Joseph Schacht made significant contribution to Western Islamic studies and introduced influential method of historical analysis. However, many of his theories remain controversial because they differ from the traditional Islamic understanding of hadith. His work remind me of the importance of critical academic research, while at the same time evaluating ideas according to the Quran, the authentic Sunnah, and the established methodology of Muslim scholars. So that's all from me. Thank you.